All right, day 4 Carnival Firenze. Something happened this day. There was a question about the drink limit, the 15 drink limit. I found out something about that deal today.
You know that rule on Carnival? The famous 15 drink limit? Yeah, I always thought that was something other people hit. Not me. I mean, who's actually counting, right? Apparently Carnival is. But let's just say day 4 on the Carnival Firenze turned into the day that I found out exactly how that rule works.
What do you do when you're trying to get a sailor? What do you do when you're trying to get a sailor?
Red wine, you make me feel so fine.
It's a sea day, baby. Okay, so it is day 4 on the Carnival Firenze. Didn't do too much last night. It was our day in Cabo and we were pretty wore out. So we didn't get to do many activities on the ship yesterday, but today is gonna be different. We're gonna try to do the things that we can do. Looks like it's overcast once again. Give me that sunshine on a sea day. That's what I want. We'll see what the sea day brings because, well, it's just a sea day and there's just a lot of things that we haven't done yet.
As my sister-in-law put it, I'm going to be laying by a pool frying like a piece of bacon.
I went to see some kind of entertainment that we haven't done in a while, like maybe the piano bar or things that we just don't normally do.
We're gonna go in the ropes course, the pool, the hot tubs, all that stuff, hanging out with the cousins.
I would prefer not to hang out in the Tuscan Lounge all day. I would like to go to the nightclub with Cora.
So today, we're just kind of going with the flow. Definitely want to get with the family and see where they're at with this whole experience, how they feel about it.
And then I would like to get some buckets of beer. Maybe take Cora to the comedy club. We'll see how it goes. I think that's all later at night. The opportunities are endless. But yeah, we'll see.
It's a sea day, baby.
The morning started innocent enough. A little chilly, overcast, but nothing a spicy Bloody Mary couldn't fix. And when I say spicy, I mean blow fire out your nose spicy.
It was so spicy, it was so good.
Olives aside, the flavor was delicious. And it was just what I needed to get this sea day video rolling.
The pours are pretty nice on the Bloody Mary.
He put 2 shots in it. Is that what? Plus was still.
I actually went up to the bartender earlier in this cruise and asked him if I could get a double, and he said, nah, there's no reason for that. He's like, we make them pretty strong, he said, but the ice drinks, basically, those are pretty standard, he said, but the Bloody Marys, he's like, you'll be fine. I'm like, all right, cool. Deck 11 up above the little theater area, they have the Seaside Theater, I think is what they call it there in the Lido deck. It's basically just the big screen and then it's got the stage there. I think it's called the Seaside Theater. But anyway, up above that, there's a ping pong table, foosball tables, stuff like that. Played a little game, Edric and Brandy. He had to kick his mom's butt in foosball.
And then we went and had some breakfast at the buffet.
Lido buffet for breakfast.
For the most part, the buffet line moves relatively quickly.
I didn't really get anything. I wasn't feeling really hungry because I ate 2 plates of food from the night before and I was still feeling it in my stomach a little bit. Brandy, she got bacon, ham Benedict, and potatoes.
And the breakfast was pretty good.
Edric, he's a cereal killer, so he got 2 bowls of cereal. They got a bunch of different kinds of cereals that you can pick from, so if your kid's a cereal person or you're a cereal person yourself, they got you covered here on the Carnival Firenze. Corey, you're sitting under a tree. Edric and Brandy went and got some ice cream at that time also. The ice cream line, I feel like, never ends. In most cases, they usually have somebody there serving it up for people, and I think that's to speed up the process of the line because the line can get pretty long at times, and if they didn't have someone helping out with the ice cream, I couldn't imagine how much longer that line would be. And if you're looking for an ice cream station, there's 1 or 2 in the Lido Marketplace buffet.
Yeah, we started the buffet, but then we went outside to get some sun today.
So yeah, we're on the back of deck 10. There's a pool back there. I believe it's called the Versilia Pool and Versilia Pool Bar. It might be even called the Versilia Sun Deck is what that's called, I believe. I'm not sure. Make sure you're in your Carnival Hub app. It tells you all the information. Any of the information that I could potentially give you, most of it you can get right there in the Carnival Hub app. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, okay? That's going to be your tool this whole cruise. It was kind of a cloudy day starting out. You know, we're kind of in and out of clouds, but it was nice. The sun came out.
But it was really deceiving because it was so cold. I was wrapped in towel blankets out on the pool deck, as were a lot of people. We had sweatshirts on. Some people came out in sweatpants.
We were all a little chilly, but the UV was still high, so we all got lots of sun today.
Had a nice little breeze, but the sun was still heating you up. Felt really good, but I didn't take this off all day. Got the bucket of beer, everything's going good. Nice sea day. Sea days get me amped up.
Yeah, we hung out there for quite a while today out there on that back deck.
We were all bundled up like we were cruising the Arctic, but spirits were high. The sun came out, beer started flowing, and before long, buckets were being passed around like trophies. To be honest, I wasn't even thinking about the drink limit. My mind was on something else, trying to figure out how to turn this pretty uneventful sea day into a watchable video. So I decided to switch things up and ask my brother Joe, a first-time cruiser, what he thought about the whole experience.
This cruise, I definitely expected a little bit more party vibe compared to like a chill vibe. There's a lot more people on the ship than what I expected to be from like other countries and bit like that too. Honestly though, I was kind of nervous getting on a cruise ship. I thought I was gonna be a little nervous and scared because you don't see land anywhere. You look out, so I kind of expected that I would be a little sick. I'm kind of surprised that it doesn't bother me one bit. But yeah, overall, first cruise, awesome. I'm definitely going on another one. The ship itself is very clean, very new. Everything's tidy. People are awesome. Everybody's nice. I'd say an 8 out of 10 for my first cruise.
It's going fan-damn-tastic.
Okay, so great first cruise and they're already hooked. But there's gotta be more to the sea day, right? Everyone's just laying around the pool. So I'm thinking, what can I do? Let's check out the Serenity.
I went up to the Serenity Deck today. Adults only area. If you're 18 and up, you can get in there. It's free. Doesn't cost you any money to go up there. You just have to be 18 and up. They just don't want any kids running around. Super windy. I didn't stay up there very long. Now it's up on deck 15, so it's one of the higher levels. Our floor is on 14, and we're the highest stateroom level. So it was catching a lot of wind up there. It was kind of chaotic, but there were still people up there chilling. So they got a bar up there, and then they also have like a little buffet thing up there that's open certain hours. I couldn't tell you exactly what the hours are. It's included. And then they got a hot tub on each side. It's a nice little place to get away, chill if you don't want to be around kids and just want a more quiet spot. But this day it was pretty windy. Now on some of these Carnival ships, the Serenity Deck, they actually have their own pool too. But on this ship, there's no pool up there. Just the 2 hot tubs. I think I was supposed to meet Joe and Laura up there or something, but I think they said it was too windy. So I left Serenity Deck, came back down to deck 10 aft, where Brandy was. She was getting hungry and went to Guy's Burger.
I went and got a Guy's Burger.
She got a straight up burger, and I got the ringer. See, the menu has like all these different kinds of burgers where they'll dress it up and put sauce, and then they have like a little station where you can add little extra things to it.
They were so good. The fries were great.
Delicious as always, Guy's Burger.
Well, the Serenity Deck was a bust. Too windy and felt a little undersized. We grabbed our first Guy's Burger of the cruise, which was great, but the footage was kind of getting stale. The entire sea day was going nowhere, and I knew exactly what I needed. Another beer.
And then we get another bucket of beer, right? Because we had multiple people kind of like drinking out of the bucket and stuff. And that's the way to go. We don't have a drink package. If you don't have a drink package, you can get the buckets of beer, okay? If you have the drink package, I don't think they'll allow you to purchase the buckets of beer because that would kind of be, you could share that. That's the reason why there are the rules that there are for the drink package. So we get the buckets of beer, having a good old time, chilling.
The sun was out. A dance line started to form around the pool, and after about 2 buckets of beer, everyone was feeling pretty good. I could tell reality was setting in for everyone. This cruise was almost over, but some of us had been sitting by that pool for way too long, and this video was not going to make itself.
And then, I just decided it was time to go. We were going to go do this ropes course, and we got up here, and it was like walking through a wind tunnel to walk down to our room on the 14th floor.
I'd bought a bucket of beer in the day, and I was taking my empties and putting them back into the bucket.
We walked up the deck, and our beer cans just started flying out of our bucket. It's like a workout.
Even though it was windy, I saw that there were some people doing the ropes course, and Cora wanted to try the ropes course, and I'm like, I saw some people earlier, and so I'm assuming they still have it open. We went over there, and it was not open. They had just closed it down. It must have got to the point where it was a little too windy for them. They closed her down. Well, that's okay. We can maybe do that tomorrow on our last port day when we're docked.
The guys had a guys' day today.
Oh, yeah, it was guys' time. Adric was hanging out with me, and we hung out with Uncle Joe and Grandpa. We played some foosball, and Joe was kicking everybody's butt.
Undefeated champion of foosball.
We exchanged teams, and I got Didn't matter what team I was on, I got smoked. Was not a good foosball day for me, let's just say that.
Adric had a great time. He played foosball with his family, and he just had a great time with the guys.
Oh, way to go, way to go, way to go.
And the guys had a great time as well, and by the end of the day, the guys had a great time.
I was feeling the buzz. Here's the thing. That first Bloody Mary that I got, I was feeling it. It was a good Bloody Mary. Yeah, I was feeling pretty good midday.
We'll see how they feel in the morning. I took a 20-minute nap in Core and I went to a massage taster, which I do not recommend going to that massage taster at Cloud 9. It was literally a waste of my time. But we did it, and we've done it before, but it was better. This one was a literal waste of our time. It was like 2 minutes. They showed you a stone on your arm and then did like a little massage and then like a one-shouldered and then a bamboo. And then they were like, okay, see you later. It's $299 for a massage and $150 for 50 minutes and da-da-da-da-da. We went and met Laura alone for sushi. She was at Bonsai Sushi, and Adric has been begging me for sushi. So I felt terrible eating it. Cora didn't, so she ordered some sushi. And then Adric comes to Bonsai Sushi, and I forget to order my own sushi.
Sushi was really good. It was a California roll. Wait, I had crab.
Yeah.
First time trying crab.
It was $21 for 2 rolls, like $10-ish a roll. That's not bad. And it was really good. They had probably the best spicy tuna roll I've ever had. Mind you, I've only had like 2, but that was the best one I've had. So that was really good. And that was kind of our appetizer.
Later that afternoon, we got chatting with one of the crew members. He told us what life's really like working on board. 12-hour days, 7 days a week. Made me realize how hard the crew works to keep everything running smoothly. Especially while I'm over here complaining about hitting my drink limit.
They said I went over my 15 drink limit today.
We stopped over at the Amari bar, and I got an old fashioned there, and Brandy got some kind of mystery drink that everybody else was drinking. She said, I just want one of those, and got one of those. But she drank it. She said it was good. The Amari bar is kind of like the Alchemy bar on any other cruise ship, basically. It actually has Alchemy bar drinks on the menu. On one side of the menu are the Alchemy bar drinks, and then on the left side of the menu is their special Amari menu.
I got one more cherry for you.
I wasn't exactly keeping score. I was just chilling. Bloody Marys, burgers, family time, maybe an old-fashioned here or there. You know, living the good life. But by dinner, things took a turn.
And then after we got around, we went to our actual dinner.
We ate at the main dining again tonight. We ate dinner at Michelangelo Restaurant. It's a 2-story dining room like most main dinings.
That main dining is beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous main dining room.
It's got the little Michelangelo statue on it with the staircase there that goes up to the 2nd level. It is stunning. It's at the back of the ship.
And we had a great experience. They had showtime while we were there.
It was a little bit smoother than the last time because it's not Elegant Night. It wasn't as packed. Things went a little bit faster for us.
I wasn't really hungry. I got a Caesar salad and like some shrimp and had some bread, but
that food was also pretty good. I got ribs and they were really yummy. They fell right off the bone. My Caesar salad was always good.
I got stuffed mushrooms as an appetizer, and then I got linguine with clams. It was all good, delicious, filled me up, and Adric got chicken nuggets and french fries. For dessert, I got the tiramisu.
But yeah, the desserts were great.
While I'm sitting there, I ended up getting one of the shots that they bring around. You get the signature shot glass. It's like not worth it if you ask me. The shot glass could be a little cooler, right? You could barely even read the Carnival thing. I actually have another one from our Carnival Mardi Gras series. If you haven't seen that series, check it out. It's the exact same shot glass, actually. And I don't even know what the drink was. It was like a lemon drop or something. That's almost what it tasted like. I didn't even ask the guy, but by then I was feeling pretty good, right? I went to order a beer, and that is when I was told that I have went over the 15 max drink limit. First time ever going over the 15 drink limit. People say it's so easy to do. I never believed them.
Now here's the thing. I thought buckets didn't count towards the 15 drink limit. I think I read that somewhere online. Turns out, that was false. Each beer in that bucket counts. Every single one. So when you got 6 beers in a bucket and you order 2 of them throughout the day, well, let's just say the math adds up faster than you'd like.
Drink package or not, you have a 15 drink limit maximum per day. And what I learned today was buckets do count. I was mostly drinking beers today. So when we got the buckets throughout the day, I was using my card, and there's 6 beers in a bucket. So right there, after I got the second bucket, I had 2 Bloody Marys plus the buckets right there. That puts me at 14, but then I got that shot. Boom, I'm at the drink limit. I was the one getting the bucket, so they was racking up on my account. I was done. I need to rehydrate anyway, okay? So it was a good time for me to call it quits anyway. So I tapped out. I tapped out for the night.
Probably for the best. My hydration levels were somewhere between desert cactus and raisin. Adric was tired anyway, so I told Brandy and Cora, you two do this one without me. You know what to do. You're gonna have to wrap up the C-Day video without me. So I called it a night, took Adric back to the room, and we watched the Lego movie. Meanwhile, the girls were out dancing, gambling, and judging nightclubs.
The guys had their day, and it was time for the girls to have their night. So that is what we did. Come on, buddy. Come on. Oh, you little fuck.
We went to this like 80s band that was in the Tuscan Lounge.
The 80s band was down in the Tuscan Lounge. Shocker, everything's in the Tuscan Lounge.
That was a lot of fun. I think anywhere where they have live music, we all kind of enjoy. We like to just sit around, listen to live music.
They were really good. It was a great time. And then after that, we went to the casino.
The casino, I won a total of $40. So we went and got our winnings for that. We're going to take that cash to Ensenada tomorrow.
Cashing out all your winnings. After the casino, the guys kind of dwindled away and they went on their own merry little way. And we went to the piano bar. We had a great time at the piano bar. It was at the end. It was me, Cora, Laura, and Shelly.
And we kind of caught the end of it. I think we heard like the last 3 songs, but he was really good. He was kind of funny too. So it was like a little piano bar singing, but with like a little bit of comedy.
He was great. It was Gilbert. He did a great job. It was fun.
We can't figure out where we're
the other end of the ship.
Oh my yes. Dude, we're on the right.
And then we went and checked out the nightclub.
The most disappointing nightclub I think I've ever attended.
We were not impressed.
The DJ was not good.
We had multiple generations in our group and none of us knew the songs.
I just don't know any other way to put this. But the music was...
They didn't have a good beat to them. Like it wasn't just something you could like dance to. It wasn't good like dancing music.
Not bad music, but he could not put it together in a song to dance to. Like it was just straight music without any mix. We were trying to dance to it and I think everybody was, but it was not good.
I don't know. I think the way that it's set up is kind of not really nightclub vibes.
It's just a giant room with a dance floor with chairs around it and everybody just sits and then people dance.
Like there were chairs to sit in and then a little dance floor.
And there's one tiny ass little bar and there's a line that goes almost all the way out of the bar. The line is long. There's 1 or 2 bartenders and then there's a couple people walking around.
So I feel like the whole thing just wasn't set up super well.
They failed in the nightclub section of it. So
even though the nightclub didn't exactly blow them away, the ladies still did a great job of grabbing the nightlife footage after I checked out so early. This C-Day was great, but my coverage of it was not. Thankfully, the 15 drink limit and the ladies' nightlife footage rescued the content.
I thought you were gonna vlog. Nope.
I think we still managed to make a pretty watchable video. So yeah, lesson learned, buckets count, and Carnival will definitely cut you off after 15. But at least you'll sleep great. Maybe. Would I do it again? Probably. But next time, we're putting that second bucket on Brandy's sailing sign card.
We didn't get to do as much as we wanted to today. But
overall, today was a fantastic day. We had a great time. We all got some sun. The guys had a great day, ate some great sushi. I actually didn't eat sushi. I'm going back to eat sushi tomorrow.
I know we did try to do the rope course today, but it was too windy, so we couldn't. So I'm hoping we get to do that tomorrow. I want to go on these water slides, but I don't want to go on them if it's going to be freezing.
But we had a great day here on the Firenze, and we hope that tomorrow is a great day in Ensenada.
Port day, last day of the cruise. I've heard a lot about Ensenada. I've seen some videos on it. People were saying, stay on the ship and it's not that great and there's not much to do, all this stuff. And I don't know. We're going to have to check it out for ourselves and see. I've seen mixed reviews on this port.
Ensenada does have a pier, so we can get off whenever we want. We do port at 8:30 a.m. and get back on board at 4:30 p.m. So we will have to see what tomorrow brings.
So if you've made it this far in the video, give us a like. If you haven't subscribed, also subscribe to the channel, follow us on social media. We don't post a whole lot of things, but we'll let you know when a video is out and all kinds of stuff like that. So if you follow us on our social media pages, you can get all that information either in the description, or you can also find it at famabletravel.com. We also have affiliate stuff down below, geared stuff that we use. Check it out. This whole cruise is documented from us, so there'll be some videos on the end screen here that we recommend, and we'll see you in the next one.